It is the night before Christmas, and Santa has lost his job. Today he takes over Southampton. The reason he's picked them, the Saints, get it? Christmas themed, as this is going to be a challenging rebuild. Today we take over the Reds, or the Reds and White, like candy cane. The kit fits Christmas as well. And do you guys want to get some kits like this one? An insane replica for great prices. Visit Soccer Deal Shop. The link is in the description below. And if you use MWS10 in the checkout, you get yourselves 10% off with some very different objectives. We've got to win the UCL title, as we can sign only players linked to Christmas, like through their name, birthday maybe. As the last one's a little bit of a difficult one, we've got to have one player from Finland in the team at all times, as that is where Lapland resonate. Bear with me, I've put some research into this, as this is the team we have at the moment. Is there any Christmas themed players in the team right now? I mean, we've got 2 Armstrongs. You need 2 strong arms to pull a Christmas cracker. You've got to go to bed early on Christmas Eve. And Harwood Bellis kind of sounds like Harwood Bells, like sleigh bells. It's gonna be a reach, as of course we'll have to sign a Finnish player, but for the future one, I've gone ahead and got a 5-star scout to find a Finnish player, maybe through our academy. As here is how our academy looks. We've got Tero Oliver, who's our best one. Hamalainen's a striker, though. I mean, the best one actually is Kinnunen, only 15-year-old, but we can't wait on him. Tero Oliver promoted, but will get a loan move. As money-wise, we have 29 million, so it's probably not in doubt. We'll sign some festive players straight away. As the manager, of course, Santa in his hoodie. As of course, still for now though, there's no rule about the actual players here at the Saints. We can use all of these because they belong to the team literally called the Saints. Gonna stick with this 4-3-3 for now, but I know for a fact I want to go to this formation at one point. 4-3-2-1, as there is a lot of strikers with Christmassy names I've found out. And I really do apologize about not having a jumper in time for this recording session, as it looks like our assistant coach has got a new Christmas set for Christmas. At least he's getting festive, wearing a full white kit just like snow. As the first signing, he's not gonna play, but you know he had to come to the club. It is Roque Santa Cruz. If you're asking yourself how that links to Christmas, just look at the name, as you'll have to do the same with this next player walking into the Saints. Baptiste Santa Maria. This man actually goes in the first team. Straight over Downs in the first team. There we go. Love it. Of course, some of these players might be weaker than the ones we've got, like Santa Cruz is weaker than Armstrong, but we've got to keep up with the Christmas rebuild. So we've got 3 more right here as well, making a lot in season number 1. Of course, we've got to make the Prem. I think we should be up there, whoever we sign, as Daniel Elf Adley is another backup man. We've actually got Oliver Antman, who has nothing to do with, of course, Christmas. He's a Finnish player. El Fadi's actually a lot better than I thought as well. He could be a centre-half, as we've got to take Armstrong out. And Antman is pretty decent for a 21-year-old. Might stay there for a while. As another player going straight in the first team, Kevin McAllister. If you didn't know, a Christmas film everyone goes to is Home Alone, where the kid in that, played by Macaulay Culkin, is called Kevin McAllister. A bad time to admit I've never seen the film. Yep, that is bad, isn't it? As I feel like that's our team done for now. We start the season off with Watford, which is a very tough test. And I've been looking at Christmas names all morning, so I see Ince. I put an M in front of his name. Mince Pies. He's another player we could have got. I just hope we win, though. I just hope we win as we start this season off with a draw. But hey, one of our Christmassy players scores straight away in Santa Maria. And halfway through altogether, this first season has Southampton and sitting in 5th. It's definitely not the best, but not the worst. I mean, I expected us to be pushing top 2. Watford, the team we drew to, they're up there, and we're not too many points off. We're still in the Carabao Cup. No, we knocked out of that one, so that is another trophy down. Again, though, it isn't a race for trophies, as our team looks like this. McAllister is straight in the starting 11. Santa Maria is. Antman's had some gradual improvement. We've got to let it be known, as look on the bench. I've just changed El Fadley to a defender, and he's shot up to 74. Now, unfortunately, he still doesn't get in, but our elf could be very soon. As for a signing in this month, it looks like our keepers aren't very happy. I'm going to release one to hopefully up the happiness between 3, but then again, I want to bring in another one. Scoring-wise, oh, it's playing, of course, some players further down the list. Suldemana is up there. Che Adams. Our best Christmassy player, of course, is Baptiste Santamaria. As here's our next signing. He's not cost much, but just till the end of the season, Robin Olsen. I think that's a good signing. Of course, like a red Robin, you get the gist. But he's not arrived yet. Don't tell me it was a pre-contract. Oh, it was. It was. He comes to us next season, which isn't too bad, but I'd rather have him for the remainder of this and end of the season. It is the playoffs. Mr. Claus has done all right for himself as Leeds lead Stoke and we have Norwich City. In the end, we finished 5th in it. I mean, we were 3 points off automatics, which 4 points off the title is even very harsher. Feel quite bad done by as Bournemouth versus Liverpool in the final of the FA Cup. We didn't go on any runs in cup competitions, and this is going to be exciting as Ant-Man's not grown as well as I thought he wouldn't. Why has Olsen just turned up? I mean, maybe because the Prem's finished early, but he's here at least. With the ratings we have in the squad as well, we should be doing this. Ooh. And Bella Kotchap's out on loan. Can we count Bella? Because it's like a Bell again, but if I'm not counting Harwood Bellis, I don't think I can count Kotchap. Not Christmassy enough. The same with Suleimana. He'll have to go soon, and he is our top scorer. Che Adam with 14. Alcaraz. Ross Stewart actually getting played. And now I'm controlling the playoffs. You better believe that I'm only playing the players that are Christmassy. Best believe I'm checking every team for some good names, as it is one apiece in the first leg. As in the second leg, can we go up? Oh, I mean, we're not up yet, but it's a playoff win. And Ant-Man's gone up a rating from that as Liverpool win the FA Cup. But we need to beat Leeds at Wembley. This needs to happen for us. It needs to happen! And all my days, Ant-Man scored. He scored a brace, our Finnish player. We need him to get better in rating. And season number 1, Southampton in true Christmas spirit have got promoted. And season number 2, we've got our list of players, of course. It's almost Santa Maria on top with the ratings, but still, all these players have to improve. And improve Christmassy. Christmas Alli Lally. I don't know how I would say that, really, as we've got the 2 centre-halves, we've got the goalkeeper. Well, we've got a triangle of 4 right here. We've got Ant-Man, but our fullbacks, midfielders, winger, and striker could all do with Xmasing up. As for our budget, going to the Premier League, we've been given 73 million. That is so perfect and so in the Christmas spirit. I know exactly who I'll be aiming for, but still, I do want to sign up contracts of the current players alongside selling some. Have my Xmas players in mind as I'm selling a few here. I want to get centre-backs out because El Fadi will play his loan listed himself. But Kyle Walker-Peters is going to go because I know who I want as a right back. And last season, our academy graduates from Lapland weren't too good, but this year, Kalle Halmalainen I will promote, and Uljas Hamalainen must be brothers. And we're going to start the business here. A lot of players going out, but the first position Mr. Claus had to try and get better, of course, is the striker. Welcome to the club. From who came top of our league last year, Gift Emmanuel Orban, of course. What do you get on Christmas? Gifts. An extraordinary rating, as I've just noticed we've got a few players back from being out and they're not very Christmassy. If you're not in the spirit, you're getting sold. As here is our right back, of course. We said we were going to sign a 1. Kyle Walker-Peters has left, and this man might be the son of the coach. Yes, you heard me right. We've gone across to France for Jonathan Claus from Marseille. As we spoke earlier about our scouts going to Finland and going to Lapland, that's why our next signing is Liam Delap Land. I know, it's a bit of a stretch, but he's only going to sit on the bench anyway. And we've still got money flowing, because we're selling players like Coletta Carr, Bella Kotchap, who are young guns, and this time, a relegated left-back in Jesus Gallardo. Of course, the name Jesus will help us out big time in this save. As the next 2 signings, in fact, have the same name. I think this guy's going to be good for us. Angel Gomez, of course, also known as Angel Gomez. And similarly enough to that, we've got Angel Di Maria. And now we are 1 player away one player away. We're at Alcaraz away from having the full Christmassy team we hoped for. And still, we've got a lot of these players to sell down here. The likes of Che Adams, Onuachu, Kaleta. And just like the panic on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus has been release clausing players and selling them like mad to get a new player. And you can see Adams has gone, Alcaraz has gone. So just before our Premier League start with Arsenal, we've signed our last Christmassy player for the window, and he's a big one. He actually, for now as well, completes the Christmassy pattern. It's Elmas. No, not Elfmas. He doesn't have that name for his second name, but his first is Elgif, and I see the word elf in there. It's probably the biggest stretch of them all. As he completes, of course, with the Christmassy team, as Ant-Man's just got back from an injury. He's the only player I'm kind of worried about. It's good quality for a first season back in the Prem. And like I said, our first game is against Arsenal with this team, so can it do some business? I hope Elfman can, but it is a loss. Mazarawi and Odegaard, they're not very Christmassy, and they're kind of ruining Christmas for us to start off with. As we've got to be surviving. We've got to be Santa might get the sack. And that's quite ironic, isn't it? Because he carries it down chimneys. Oh my days, 20th in the Premier League. I mean, we're not gone. Goal difference is horrible. Hope players haven't left. Quite shocking, though, if you ask me, for the team we have. I mean, we did get an old player in Di Maria on the wing, and we've got a very, very weak bench. Before we check top scorer, though, a big positive. Plus 11 for Kalle Hammerleinen. 69 rated. Halfway through the season at Posh. That is unbelievable. He surpassed Tero Oliver. Might have another Finnish player here, as Gift Orban scored 9 in 18 at a team rock bottom and has gone up +1 rating. That, my friends, is criminal. We also sold some players just before Elmas and after with Proud Bazunu, that's 10 million, Coletta Car, an extra 5, an extra 6, an extra 4, and the 20 million because we signed Elmas just before that. And we are left with 52 million. You saw how weak our bench was, though, so that is literally most of the money. And with that money, we should be signing 3 players, not 1, not 2. I'm aware I got my fingers mixed up then, as Joseph Idu comes in first. Of course, Joseph, Saint Joseph. It links to the nativity. Of course, not just the nativity, but the whole entire reasoning for Christmas, as we've got another one. The manager's name, Saint Nick, has signed for St. Nicholas's team. As final one, right here, I didn't like the back of his haircut, as here is Robin Koch. Yes, another Robin, and a lot better team. Look at that. Improved defense to stop goals going in, because we know we can score through Gift Orban. I think the formation change will have to hold on, as I would like to get McAllister or Elf Addy at left back. But for now, we'll keep going with Gallardo and hopefully climb out of relegation. And just like he does on Christmas Eve, Santa has pulled out a miracle. I can't believe I'm referring to Santa as a football manager, but we're having some fun. The last video before Xmas, and you can see 14 wins. We must have picked up a lot of results. I mean, just look at that final month. There's 2 2-0s, there's a 1-1, there's a 1-0, and there is a much improved team right there. Much improved. We've got Di Maria going down. We've got a player kind of unhappy, but we've got defenders behind Robin Koch. That's probably why. Wow. Our highest rated, of course, is Elmas, who, of course, is the elf. And then Nick Pope, Gift Orban, who got top scorer. I think I could guess. 17 goals for Gift, and he got a +4. That's quite criminal, if you ask me. We've got Elmas, who must have took half a season to step up. Angel Gomez has done well. Ant-Man as well, 5 goals, 5 assists. He is much better than Di Maria. He's only been here a year. He'll be going, as look at Kalle Hammerleinen. Best player in League One. By far. I wouldn't be surprised if he got them promoted. As FA Cup leads in the final, we are absolutely nowhere near win a replay. And we won on penalties, so we was in round 5 and we lost to Leeds. It's a bit disappointing, and we knew we weren't in this competition. Look at Stockport go, a heavy Manchester semi-final round right there. But yeah, that team with Ant-Man still improving, not of course Paul Rudd's Ant-Man, and the rest of them, it will be probably the left-hand side we focus on, and I am buzzing. And this season, 62 million is quite generous for a 10th place finish. I mean, we got to a round of 16. but it's very generous. It will let us rebuild our left-hand side. To be fair, maybe the board's pumped a bit of money in because there is contracts running out. First things first. Oh, I don't even have to release Di Maria. He will be leaving us. Shame that, because I would have liked to keep him on the bench, but honestly, let's get spending straight away. I know my Xmas players, and it looks like Santa might have to go guns ho 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 and change the formation. Moving Santa Maria actually into centre-back, Elmas and Gomez, because all the players I like the look of are wingers, and I can't for the life of me find a left-back. And we've got two players in here. The first one is, I wouldn't call it a stretch, but it's not a conventional one. I think it's pronounced Rainier, but of course it sounds a little bit like reindeer. I'm messing. I'm absolutely talking waffle. It is a very big stretch, but this man isn't. You know who it is. Alan St. Maximin or Alan St. Nicholas. Two huge players, and I actually like this formation because, well, it doesn't, but it may to some resemble a Christmas tree. And we've actually gone ahead as well and got Kalle Hammerlainen out on a loan to Luton. So we may have a good striker next year, or we may have another good one this year. As we sell in Goalazo, we are gambling with the formation. Our left back is out of here, and he's gone for good money. 60 million to Brighton. And this guy will be a very good striker for us. We have stretched a budget to get him in. But welcome to the club, Alejo Velis. Now you might be thinking, what's Alejo Velis got to do with Christmas? It sounds like Feliz, and of course the Spanish version of Merry Christmas is Feliz Navidad. Someone else came up with that one, so don't blame me, and I think it's good. He's definitely a good player that I don't mind having. Could he play there? I mean, as a centre-forward, not really. It's going to be Reindeer's position to have, as we are completely out of money. And again, like we started with Arsenal last year, we started with Man United this. Come on, any Christmas names? Not on the top of my head right there. Also, just comment down below any Christmassy football names you can think of as we get a draw. 2-2, not bad, especially when Ant-Man got sent off. And we're only 3 seasons deep, but it is a lot better for the Saints this season. You can see we are 6th in the Premier League, pushing for some European football and almost getting it. We've got Sunderland in the FA Cup, Carabao. Oh man, we were beaten in the quarters by Liverpool. With the teams I just saw, we seemed very unlucky to go out as team ratings. Wow. We've got an 87 in season number 3. We've got Nick Pope. We've got Gift Orban, 86, our striker, who has 12 goals in 22 games. I mean, Angel Gomez playing very well. Velis, 8 goals in 18? That's quite good. Only 4 games for Kalle Hammerlainen out on loan, but he must be doing well in training to be 77 overall. We're having a good season. Elmas doesn't even play greatly in the position. You can see he's unhappy. I mean, Claus is unhappy. Rainier's unhappy. Maybe they're all out of position and it's causing a couple of feathers to be ruffled. We've got 3 million, and to be fair, that's a lot more than I thought. We stretched the budget in the first window, but Santa's magicked some coins up, I guess. And there we go. 5th in the Premier League for Southampton. Absolutely love it, you know. It's 22 wins. That is a lot of wins. 72 points. We've won the league on, I think, that amount of points before. So technically we're unlucky. As FA Cup, we didn't win it. We lost in the semis to City. We keep losing in these important games as the squad. You can see my eyes have been drawn straight away to the right-hand side in Claus and Ant-Man. Ant-Man's getting there. Claus is getting further. So yeah, I think we've got to change back to this formation. I'm going to train Robin Koch as probably a left-back because the only other player I can think of is a right back to sign, and it will be a stretch, but we desperately need one. That gets Orban and Velis up front together. Now, you might be thinking, why is that man playing above Reindeer? It's, of course, because he's from Finland, and we need that Finnish player. Great player in our team as well, getting towards the twilight years, is Santa Maria. He's been here, of course, from the promotion. We've got an 88 rated Elmas. Unbelievable. We've got 24 goals through Gift and Manuel Orban. Velis has to be in the first team with them stats. And Kamalainen's starting to play. 78 rated. I mean, him and Delap's going to be on the bench, and he is better than Delap. Almost as good as Ant-Man. It's got to be said, almost as good as Ant-Man as Southampton next year, speeded through season 3. €2. And these budgets are getting silly now. 138 million for each in Europe with Southampton. I guess parachute payments are really real. Robin still hasn't trained as a left back, however, so that's quite upsetting. I'm going to actually put him in a race with El Fadli, because he could train there. We do not want Larios or Meg Homer playing, so he needs to hurry up and make sure he is that position. As for signings, I know who I'm signing. The academy is off. It's done. Sorry, lads, but we didn't find what we were looking for. And here we go with the 2 signings we're making. One is our right back, but the first one, you know who that is. He was in my plans from day one. I wanted to get him in the Champions League, but we'll have to settle for him in Europe. Welcome to the club, Gabriel Jesus. Of course, Jesus. You know the tie. We've already used the name Jesus, but this one is a lot better than the last one. Comparing Goalazo to the absolute unit of Gabriel. There's nothing coming close. As here is our right back as well. You may recognise the back of that head, and this one's a stretch, like I said. But it's Reece James, or what we're going to call him now, Reece James. Oh my days, that's bad. That is bad. It's 23 million. Now, for the Europa League, I think we've got the squad we need to, of course, push for Champions League, as I think forcing another big transfer would ruin us. It would make players unhappy. It wouldn't do us well, so what I want to do is fill in this bench with some Christmas theme and festivity. As first signing, right here, coming through the door, one of the tallest keepers going, deck the halls with Thomas Holly. Ta-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, as Eric Reindeer, or Dyer, or Deer, comes to the club. And finally, another Carol. Silent Night, Jason Knight. I've never been more in love with the rebuild. I honestly haven't. We've got a cracking bench with Valise, Hammerleinen and Reindeer. I'm going to call him that all the way through. And of course, Reece James. But come on, Robin, train as a left back. And there we go, just before the season starts. The best gift we could get. The only player that needs to change right now is Elma. And here we go. It's Bournemouth to start us off with. And no Christmassy names. I don't know why I'm looking for them. We've got a good enough squad as it is. Probably for next season as Orban. Is it a hat-trick? Yes, it is a hat-trick. Just gifted by St. Nick. And that is a first game win. And our Europa League group, I think we should be running through it. Sporting, Sturm, Graz and Apoel. I'm pretty sure I get Sturm, Graz and Apoel maybe 9 out of 10 times each year. And with the team that man has just crafted, we'll flick to the side and we're in a title charge. Of course we are. I mean, we've got Arsenal next to adjust in the Champions League spots, but we're in the Champions League spots. What a journey so far. Not, however, even in the quarterfinals or even in the round of 16 in the Cup. We lost to Watford. Flashbacks all the way to Season 1, Game 1, as we're not in the preliminary round. That's because we've gone unbeaten and we are flying through. Flying like a certain person Slay. As, look at the ratings, all my days. I mean, Jesus hasn't gone up, but I don't mind it because he'll be sharing time with Valise. Or Felice, as I'm going to call him now. Nick Pope has gone to 88. Potential with the mods absolutely breaks boundaries. I love it. Elmas, 89. Ant-Man not getting played. You can see right there the ratings, 88 Orban. Oh my days. He scored 13 goals in 22. He's outscoring Gabriel Jesus. Elmas is there, St. Maximin, and Valise only with 3. That is an actual surprise. What about Hammerleinen? Because he's in with a chance if he does score goals. He's played once. He's played badly. No goals, no assists. Bit crap. Bit crap, as we've got 11 million from a couple of reserve transfers. Now, I don't think I want to spend that at all. We're just going to keep going with Europa. And this Europa League season over, I think a Europa League final would pop up there. I'm not going to look at the month before. I'm going to look through. I mean, we've lost the FA Cup final, and the fact we've lost it means this was the month before, so the Europa League final would have been in the month we've just seen. And we're not in it. Probably the worst graphic we could see to the best graphic we could see, because the Saints, Southampton, Christmassy Southampton, are feeling very festive in May because they've won the Premier League. 8 points over Arsenal, who did get their vengeance, of course, in that final right there. We just squeezed past Chelsea. They had Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood Town. They also won the Carabao as well, so well done to Arsenal. You take your double, we'll take our single of the Prem, as Dortmund won the whole entire Europa League. we didn't make semis. We were in the quarters against them, and they beat us 7-4. Wow, that is some result. Let's look at the team as well. It is now reindeer better than Ant-Man. And I can't believe I'm saying those two names in football. It's brilliant. It's honestly brilliant. As let's have a look at top scorer, which is an unimproved Gabriel Jesus. Rating-wise. What? How? Why? I mean, Orban's gone up by 2. Is he too old or something? I don't know. Elmas with 17 goals. That's from central midfielders. Gomez with 13 assists. Santi, our centre-back, with 12. I can't believe I've just called him Santi. It's Santa. It's a good season. So into this season, I don't get the glitch around Elmas's fatigue or fitness. He's on 10 all the time. But the real challenge in the Champions League this year, because our team's good enough, is keeping Ant-Man in our simulations, because of course he's the weakest by far now, because the other player I want to improve on is Santa Maria. I've got another defender in mind. Plus, Eric Dyer's retired, leaving a non-Christmassy player on the bench. How much money have we got as well? We've got 158 million. That's for winning the Premier League with Mr. Claus, of course. And we start off the season with Bristol City and a Super Cup with Arsenal. And here we go into the signings, where we're bringing in 2. The first one is Emiliano Buendia. I'm saying it all wrong. Not to link it to a Christmas name, as he doesn't actually have one. You see, the man's a good signing for the Saints, of course, coming across to us because he was born on Christmas Day. His birthday is the 25th of December. So he's not breaking the rules, and he's coming to us. Very smart signing, as he'll sit behind Ant-Man, but it gets subbed on for him. Delighted with it, and it does knock Hammerlinen out of the bench positions, but that is a very strong bench. As to complete our team, for now, we've got a centre-half in, and I think this does it. I hope this helps us win the UCL, because we should be doing it this year with the team we've got. We like a debut year, as Gabriel has joined, or the Angel Gabriel, we're going to call him. And he's a left-footed centre-back. Brilliant. I'm going to fix with the mods the Elmas fitness issue, and that is our team. But I've still struggled, actually, fixing the issue, as here we go. First game of the season, Bristol City. McCrory playing in midfield. I thought he was a right-back. They're going for a bit of a change team, but not in terms of personnel. They've kept a lot of the same players as we breeze past them. Elmas, Boban, and Gabriel Jesus. Great goals as an ex-Grimsby player in Sam Bell with the goal for the Robin. Could we even retain the title this year? I mean, the start's not too cracking. You can see right there is a loss and a draw. But the Champions League group, we've got Juventus, Benfica, and Young Boy. I think this might be a Christmas miracle as well, because I think this is the first time we've been placed in Group H. And it is very close, actually. The Premier League, halfway through this season. 2 points behind the Geordies. We built them recently, as we need to hope that we do well in the Champions League. And we're through. But it's Real Madrid. I dread the Madrid as we finish second in our group. And Young Boys Benfica going out. I saw some weird ones. Villa in it and out. We've got Napoli out. We've got PSG out. Very mixed stuff going on. As if we would have won our group, we would have had Celtic. I'm guessing it's got something to do with that, man. But the game's doing what we want it to do. And it is subbing Buendia on. As for players, look at Idu. He's 89. We've got 2 or 3 90 rateds, in fact. Elmas has fixed his stamina issue, and we do have some cracking players. Even Reece James or Reith James. There's 53 million now. I don't actually know any more Christmas names of players that haven't retired. I'll rattle one off that I had in mind. I had Edin Decorations as like decorations, and that's about it. And of course he's retired. As Real Madrid, they've got Gula, Bellingham still. They've actually kept the best players and added to him. Very good team. But I've got to believe in our lads, of course. And Angel Gabriel shines a light on us. And Elf Elmas. Brilliant. Brilliant, but we know it's a two-legged game. Lataza steps up front. I don't get why they always play him up front seasons in on this save. And he does score, actually. But Gabriel Jesus sends us to a quarter-final. Big man is brilliant, isn't he? As we've got Leipzig next. Oh, there's an Inter Milan Milan. Is it San Siro derby? That's what I'll call it. There's not many good teams in it. No disrespect, of course. There's good teams, but I mean, no PSG, no Bayern, as they've got a good team. Raspadori and Kolo Muani get a draw in Germany. Get the job done at St. Mary's though, please lads. Come on, there we go, across the line. Saint Maximin with the goal, and then Angel Gabriel again. And the next game, we get the winners. Inter, who won the San Siro derby. They've got Garnacho, Boniface, Lautaro Martinez, Gabri Veiga. Could we have counted him as a Gabriel, of course, as the first game? A draw once more. Does rattle me sometimes that there are always draws in the first leg, so I want to get the business done. If we can, oh, we do. We go to the San Siro and absolutely smash them. Saint Maximin, Jesus, and Angel. Brilliant. Saint Nick has a final coming up, and it is a final against Napoli, who beat Atletico Madrid. Tend to get them a lot in career mode saves, you know, a lot. And of course, they're unlicensed as Premier League. Oh my days. We dropped like a stone, dropped like a John Stone. I'm on it with the puns today as we lost the Community Shield to Arsenal. Okay, the FA Cup, we were nowhere near. Carabao Cup, we were even further away, not even reaching the round of 16 because of Villa. It's not too great, and what makes it worse? What makes it a whole lot worse is we've got Jesus suspended, we've got Villis injured. Oh my days. So that means Hämäläinen is going to have to play in the Champions League final. He's going to have to start, yeah. That's the only way of doing things. He's the only striker. Him and Orban, as can they get the goals to lift St. Nick the Champions League trophy? Will be an incredibly difficult game. It's at the Bernabeu, I think. St. Nick in charge. And he's actually gave me a present before we start this game. I've got a new controller. Hopefully to save a bit of stick drift you guys may or may not have been saying I got. We need a big performance here, and we need a quick start against Napoli. They're always a good team when we do play them. I do. Oh well, that's a terrible start, isn't it? Just not working out though. And Orban, that is a great switch across. Hämäläinen, good feet for a player that actually shouldn't be our best. Same with Ant-Man, but he's made a great run here, you know. Could he try and flash that across? We need more runners into the box. There's one coming from deep there. No one won it, but Elmas, you know, he's managed to put the ball back into the area. Run around left back. Robin, of course, not his natural position as Saint Maximin. On the angle, tries his luck. Needs to win a header. It goes towards Gomez. Just keep on going like this, though, lads. A goal will come. We're putting so much pressure on them. Here's Ant-Man going for a curler himself, and Ant-Man scored. No way has Paul Rudd just scored a blinder. The finish man with the sublime finish. Written in the stars that our worst player scores. I give him the number 27, the best number of them all, and that is one hell of a shot. Get in there. 1-0 up. Retain this game now, lads. Retain this game. Our defense, like I said, is or should be one of the best out there. What a tackle from Gabriel onto Ant-Man. Looking very lively for an 81 rated in the Champions League final. Ball towards his other Finnish friend. Didn't go for him, though. And Creature running through. Good tackle, Reith James. What a bounce. Sometimes you need that luck because it's almost half-time. We'll try and look out and create another chance if we can. Look at the passing, though. It is sensational from the Saints, and this is Gift Orban. He's running around his man. Can he beat two? He's bet two players. He's bundling it across the box. And that is one of the best goals we've ever scored in a Champions League final. It is Ant-Man again. What a move from him. Honestly, sensational. Scintillating. Just Ant-Man. Devine. I mean, Gift Orban gift wrapped it. I mean, he ran round two players and put it on a plate, but he's ate his Christmas dinner off the plate, and we're 2-0 up. It's a brilliant game, this. Brilliant game for us, anyway. We've had a nice half-time. Just a refreshing cup of tea, maybe. I mean, the defenders will have to keep warm and on the toes because, yeah, Napoli aren't over. Using their ex-player as well, Elmas, to run the show. Here he is. Can he just put a ball? Oh, look at that. Straight onto Ant-Man to go forward again through Reith James. Foul right there. Or tackle Romero as our best free kick taker is Gift Orban. We need to try and put this over the wall if he can. It is. It's off the crossbar. Wow. Needed to go in really though, didn't it? I mean, brilliant shot. Nevertheless, Robin Koch running past defenders. He's not used to playing left back, but he's done quite well. Look at that for a ball into Angel Gomez. Block comes in. Ant-Man, who's on a hat-trick, putting a great ball towards Hämäläinen as Robin Koch running through here. And a ball onto Gift Orban. We still trying to weave through. Elmas is brilliant. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's a player that came to us when we were in need. Even in the relegation battle, he stuck with us. That's a ball into Angel Gomez. That's 3. That's game gift wrapped up. No Velis, no Gabriel Jesus, no problem. Brilliant run. We're just getting down the outsides of Napoli. They had the problem we had with fullbacks. Get in. Olbach, no bites from Napoli. They've had some attacks as Hammerleinen. Are we going to try and get this to Ant-Man, who's on a hat-trick, you know? Here's Ant-Man. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. The biggest Champions League final, I think, of the year. And of course, it arrives just in time for Christmas tomorrow. This is brilliant football, scintillating stuff, and it's another goal for Mr. Ant. I think final whistle will follow that goal, and it does. 4-0. But we've had a dilemma now. I'll tell you in a second. As it is done, St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, has took over football after sacked as, of course, Santa himself, and won the Saints the Champions League title. Now, the dilemma I speak of, as I do will lift the trophy in the background, is man of the match, because it can't be Elmas now. It's got to be Ant-Man, as there is the trophy lofted if his card doesn't block the graphic. As if you've enjoyed this one, please consider subscribing, and also Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will be back. I think it will be on Thursday.